Have you ever considered that something as basic as fruit might subtly damage your health? Since childhood, we've heard that fruits are nature's sweets, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and delicious nutrients. Yet, what often goes unsaid is this: all fruits are not the same, particularly as we grow older. For those of us over 60, our bodies undergo changes, our metabolism decelerates, and our digestive system becomes more delicate. Blood sugar regulation becomes more unstable, and the reality is that certain fruits, while beneficial for younger individuals, can subtly become hazardous for seniors. Indeed, hazardous. High sugar, dangerous drug interactions, or concealed acidity. These can lead to serious harm if we're not vigilant. However, there's positive news. Nature provides life-sustaining fruits that enhance heart health, combat inflammation, safeguard memory, and even bolster bone strength. Today, as someone who has experienced many years and researched these transformations extensively, I aim to inform you about the 4 fruits you should steer clear of, and the 4 you definitely need to incorporate into your diet. Your body merits this care. Let's jump right in. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you click that button and activate the notification bell so you never miss another health tip tailored just for you. If you like this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can understand how to improve my content for you. The 4 hazardous fruits that seniors should avoid include: 1. Grapefruit, known as the silent killer for those on medication. Upon initial observation, the grapefruit appears innocuous and even appealing. Its vibrant pink interior, invigorating tartness, and reputation for promoting heart health have established it as a common choice in numerous breakfast routines. However, for older individuals, particularly those aged 60 and above, this citrus fruit presents a concealed and significantly underrated risk. Beneath its enticing flavor lurks a biochemical hazard that is seldom discussed. This hazard subtly disrupts the effectiveness of medications vital for maintaining heart rhythm, stabilizing blood pressure, and managing anxiety. Grapefruit harbors a substance that inhibits an essential liver enzyme known as CYP3A4. This enzyme plays a critical role in metabolizing numerous widely prescribed drugs that are particularly important for older adults. Secondly, when this enzyme is inhibited, the medications you consume may accumulate to dangerously high concentrations in your bloodstream, akin to a blocked river with no exit. The outcomes can be catastrophic. Significant muscle deterioration from statins, critical heart rhythm problems, severe bleeding from anticoagulants, or heightened sedative effects from anti-anxiety medications. For individuals who rely on their medication for survival, this seemingly innocuous fruit can become a hidden danger. The sad reality is that many older adults are unaware. They consume grapefruit in the morning and take their medications post-breakfast, never linking the two until they find themselves in an emergency room situation. Many do not survive to grasp the full extent of their situation. This is the consequence of accepting what seems healthy at face value, without discerning the actual facts. This discussion is not intended to promote fear merely for the sake of fear. It's about learning from experience. Grapefruit itself isn't malicious. However, for older adults on medications, which encompasses more than 70% of Americans over 65, the risk is simply not worth taking. There are healthier fruits to savor that don't risk your heart, liver, or life. Yet, if grapefruit, vibrant and inviting as it appears, can conceal hazards so easily, which other fruits could also be masquerading as harmless while subtly undermining your health, let's examine another one more closely. It's tiny, delightful, and unexpectedly harmful when consumed in excess. If you're still tuned in and find this information valuable, please type number 1 in the comments to show you're following along. Now, let's proceed to the second point. 2 cherries, they seem sweet but pose risks for conditions like arthritis and diabetes. These tiny, tempting fruits are surprisingly deceptive in their innocence. For a lot of us, cherries evoke nostalgic memories of summertime, with fresh pies resting on window ledges, bowls of cherries at outdoor gatherings, and the delightful pop when the pit comes out. However, as we get older, what used to be a pleasure might now subtly compromise our health. Indeed, cherries, particularly when consumed in large quantities or in concentrated versions like juices, dried fruits, and syrups, are extremely high in natural sugars. A single cup of sweet cherries has almost 20 grams of sugar. For younger individuals with quicker metabolisms and consistent insulin reactions, this might not pose a significant issue. However, for older adults dealing with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or even unrecognized insulin resistance, this amount of sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, triggering sharp increases that can harm organs gradually and result in fatigue, confusion, and increased susceptibility. And the risk extends beyond sugar. Cherries are naturally acidic, and for older adults experiencing inflammation, arthritis, or joint pain, this acidity can exacerbate symptoms. Indeed, fresh cherries do contain antioxidants. However, when taken in large amounts, particularly if it's processed, the acidic and sugary substances might have the opposite effect. Instead of easing your discomfort, they could worsen the very pain you are attempting to alleviate. And what is the cost of this? Silent, gradual damage. You might not notice it immediately, but the sudden increase in knee pain that disrupts your morning stroll, the rise in blood sugar that makes you feel lightheaded, the restless nights due to swollen joints, all these are interlinked. Consuming a bowl of cherries, though done with the best intentions, can become a catalyst for pain, instability, and lasting damage. It's truly disheartening, as cherries seem so harmless. Yet, reality strikes that as we age, even the sweetness isn't exempt from scrutiny. If these small fruits can significantly unsettle your equilibrium, consider the effects when your potassium levels drastically fluctuate due to something much more prevalent, something that many elderly consume daily without considering the consequences. 3 bananas. Consuming excessive potassium can be detrimental. For the majority of our lives, bananas have been regarded as a hallmark of health. Easy to eat, packed with potassium. We've heard they aid in reducing cramps, enhance vitality, and benefit heart health. And for the younger body, this might indeed be the case. However, as we grow older, our bodies don't handle nutrients as efficiently as before. An excess of something beneficial can subtly turn hazardous. Bananas are a good source of potassium, indeed. However, for older adults, particularly those with compromised kidney function, heart issues, or those prescribed blood pressure medications such as ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, this potassium can accumulate to hazardous levels. Your kidneys, which once functioned as effective filters, now start to decelerate. And that additional potassium doesn't exit the body as expected. Instead, it lingers in your system, gradually entering your bloodstream, interfering with your heart's normal rhythm, your muscles' capacity to contract, and even affecting your brain's clear thinking. This condition, known as hyperkalemia, may not grab the spotlight, but it leads thousands of older adults to the emergency room annually. Consuming an excess of bananas throughout a week might be sufficient. You could experience a fluttering sensation in your heart, weakness in your legs, or a feeling that something is not quite right. However, once these symptoms manifest, the harm might already be in progress. And the cost you incur, a fruit that ought to sustain you instead, threatens to rob you of your stability, your vitality, and even your heart rhythm. Many older adults never suspect the banana. It appears too straightforward, too pure. However, simplicity can be misleading, particularly when your body's inner workings are more delicate than they seem externally. Therefore, before you grab another banana, consider whether this is genuinely what your body requires or merely what you become accustomed to. because occasionally the risk lies not in what we fear, but in what we presume to be safe. And this is especially accurate for a fruit that masquerades as healthy. A fruit often viewed as a harmless snack, yet in reality, it's a dense sugar snare disguised as dehydrated nutrition. 4. Dried fruits, the concealed source of sugar. They rest in small snack packets, appearing innocuous. Even wholesome raisins, dates, dried apricots, cranberries. They are common in trail mixes, added to oatmeal, or available in the doctor's office waiting area as a healthy option. However, for older adults, dried fruits frequently conceal a concerning reality under their wrinkled exterior. They are sugar traps masquerading as health foods. What often goes unnoticed is that in the process of drying fruit, while the water is extracted, the sugars stay, becoming more concentrated in a much smaller form. A small portion of raisins might look harmless, yet it's comparable to consuming a full cluster of grapes, minus the fiber, minus the water content, and with all the sugar intensified. Many dried fruits available in stores are coated with added sugar or preserved using sulfites, which can exacerbate conditions such as asthma, migraines, and even cause inflammation in the gut. For those of us in our senior years, particularly those managing type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive sensitivities, these small snacks can cause unseen problems. They lead to spikes in blood sugar, discomfort in the gut, and, most misleadingly, they give a false impression of being healthy. You believe you're making a wise decision, yet your body silently bears the cost. This cost is the gradual harm caused by a daily snack that appears nutritious. It's the rise in glucose levels that burdens your heart. It's the indigestion that interrupts your slumber. It's the energy slump that comes after the sugar rush. Dried fruit might appear beneficial, yet for numerous seniors, it acts as a covert robber, gradually taking away comfort, equilibrium, and metabolic consistency. We need to challenge not only what tastes sweet, but also what has been packaged and processed to appear appealing while being detrimental. Just as certain fruits can mislead us when dried, others, still fresh and whole, can transform into the precise medicine our bodies need. Now, let us shift our focus toward hope. The fruits that rejuvenate, safeguard, and invigorate even into our 60s, 70s, and beyond. What should you be incorporating into your diet each week to remain alert, robust, and stable? Let's start with a small blue fruit that could potentially preserve your memory. The 4 essential fruits that can safeguard your health after 60. First, blueberries, a powerful brain protector. There's a subtle magic in a blueberry. Small, modest, and understated, it often doesn't catch the eye like other more vibrant fruits. Yet within each little berry resides one of nature's most potent treasures, particularly for those of us stepping into the later stages of life. As we age and sometimes find our memory fading and clarity eluding us like sand slipping through our fingers, blueberries provide promise. They offer not just comfort, but protection. Scientific research supports what many have long believed. The food we consume influences our cognitive processes, our memory retention, and our emotions. Of all the fruits that have been researched for their benefits on brain health, blueberries are a standout. Abundant in anthocyanins, these vibrant blue pigments do more than just color the fruit. They serve as protectors, traversing the blood-brain barrier to diminish inflammation, enhance interaction among brain cells, and defend against the oxidative stress that gradually erodes memory and functionality. Consistent consumption of blueberries has been associated with reduced rates of cognitive decline, improved decision-making, and even a decreased risk of Alzheimer's disease. For older adults, these benefits are significant. They're vital connections. They signify more opportunities to recall the names of loved ones, more instances of lucidity in peaceful mornings, and more autonomy when it is most crucial. However, the allure of blueberries extends beyond just their cognitive advantages. These fruits also aid in controlling blood pressure, promote cardiac health, and have a low sugar content, making them perfect for individuals with diabetes and heart-related issues. Just a mere half cup daily, whether mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or enjoyed on its own, can have a significant impact. In a world dominated by pills and prescriptions, it's simple to overlook that some of the most effective remedies come from the earth itself. Blueberries are a prime example. They do more than just nourish. They safeguard, rejuvenate, and carefully maintain what's most important, your mind. If this small blue fruit can enhance your memory, consider what a fresh, fiber-filled apple can do to protect your heart, and why consuming one daily might actually help keep the doctor at bay. 2 apples, champions of heart-healthy fiber. The age-old adage, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away," holds a quiet wisdom. Although it might seem straightforward or even quaint, this modest fruit embodies truths increasingly pertinent as we age, particularly after 60, when our hearts require extra attention, our digestion grows more sensitive, and our bodies seek greater equilibrium. The apple provides robust defense in a familiar shape. Apples are abundant in soluble fiber, particularly pectin, which is a kind of fiber that attaches to cholesterol within the digestive tract and assists in its removal before it can enter the bloodstream. For older adults, this implies that apples can effectively decrease harmful LDL cholesterol, thus reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes without relying on additional medications. Apples are also naturally low in calories and sugar, making them a safe and sustaining snack that aids in blood sugar regulation and healthy weight management. Both are crucial for maintaining heart and joint health as we age. However, the benefits of apples extend beyond just heart protection. The fiber in apples also promotes a healthy digestive system, alleviating constipation, a frequent and bothersome problem as we grow older. Additionally, the antioxidants found in the skin, such as quercetin and flavonoids, offer anti-inflammatory benefits that enhance overall health, potentially lowering the risk of some cancers and neurodegenerative diseases. Equally important, apples are a familiar fruit. They evoke memories of autumn harvests, homemade pies, and the simple pleasure of a crisp bite on a cool day. There's comfort and nourishment in that, both for the body and the soul. Such an accessible fruit can subtly influence your health in significant ways. Indeed, the old saying that an apple a day can truly make an impact is accurate, not only in terms of its benefits, but also in how it supports your body in avoiding health issues. If an apple acts as a quiet protector of your heart, consider a fruit that nourishes your bones, your brain, and your skin simultaneously. This fruit is creamy, rich, and frequently misjudged. Let's discuss Avocado 3. Avocados, the beneficial fats that nourish your body. Among the variety of fruits on the table, the avocado is distinctive. It isn't overflowing with sweetness, nor does it display vivid colors. And this isn't the type of fruit you typically see in a fruit bowl on your kitchen counter. However, for those of us aged 60 and older, the avocado represents more than just a tasty treat. It serves as a source of sustenance that promotes longevity, mental clarity, and physical strength. Avocados are abundant in monounsaturated fats, a type of fat beneficial for your body as it grows older. These fats do not block your arteries. Instead, they safeguard your heart, nourish your brain, and help lower harmful cholesterol levels. They also aid in reducing inflammation throughout the body, which can alleviate pain in aging joints and promote smoother mobility. For older adults managing heart disease or aiming to prevent it, this fruit can be transformative. But the advantages extend beyond. Avocados are rich in vitamin K, crucial for bone robustness and preventing fractures, a concern frequently overlooked until an accident highlights our vulnerability. They also provide folate and potassium, assisting in regulating blood pressure, enhancing circulation, and lowering stroke risk. Additionally, with the inclusion of lutein, a potent antioxidant, They promote eye health, protecting against macular degeneration and age-related vision loss. Beyond the scientific benefits, avocados deliver a sense of richness, not only in texture, but also in the way they make us feel. A couple of slices atop whole-grain toast, a dollop next to crisp greens. It tastes like nourishment, not deprivation. At a point in life where numerous foods are deemed forbidden, the avocado reassures, "I'm here to assist, not to hinder." So while some may pursue the latest fad or rare superfruit, this smooth green fruit provides quietly, reliably, and profoundly. And if avocados enhance the strength of your bones and brighten your mental clarity, consider a fruit that not only eases your digestive process, but also aids in reducing inflammation across your body, particularly in the areas you notice it most, like your joints. Let's delve into the therapeutic benefits of papaya. 4. Papaya, the digestive and anti-inflammatory wonder. In a world brimming with over-the-counter antacids, joint ointments, and countless supplements, it's effortless to overlook that. Often, the most effective relief can originate from the simplest of sources. Papaya, with its tender golden interior and tropical sweetness, is more than a delightful snack. It acts as a natural remedy, particularly beneficial for older adults. As we advance in age, our digestive system often becomes more delicate. Foods that used to be digested comfortably now lead to bloating, discomfort, or reflux. However, papaya includes papain, a natural enzyme that aids in breaking down proteins gently, which helps relieve your digestive system. For older adults facing slow digestion, irregularity, or the adverse effects of prolonged medication use, papaya provides not only comfort, but also relief. In addition to aiding digestion, papaya is packed with vitamin C, A, and E, essential nutrients that enhance the immune system, shield the skin, and fight inflammation, which plays a significant role in chronic conditions such as arthritis and heart disease. For older adults experiencing joint stiffness, inflammation, or weakened immunity, papaya consistently operates behind the scenes to reestablish equilibrium and lessen the unseen harm occurring within the body daily. Its texture is soft, its flavor mild, and its impact significant. It needs no cooking, no preparation, no fuss. Simply a few slices each day can nourish your body thoroughly. More than just a meal, papaya shows us that healing isn't always found in a bottle. Occasionally, it arrives in nature's own packaging, prepared to assist those who prioritize health over fast solutions. Having examined the fruits that enhance your brain, fortify your heart, restore your bones, and calm your digestion, the query arises: what occurs when you combine these options? How can you transform them into an easy daily routine that safeguards your future with each bite? Let's explore that next. Your health is under your control with every bite you take. As we progress through the later stages of life, a subtle truth becomes more evident with each year that passes. We can no longer afford to overlook our health. The foods we once consumed without hesitation, the ones we were raised on, celebrated with, or just enjoyed routinely, now have greater significance. Every bite we take can either promote healing or increase the burden on our bodies. However, there is hope. It is never too late to start making healthier choices. Occasionally, making healthier choices doesn't require significant or arduous changes. It can be as straightforward as opting for a blueberry rather than a handful of dried fruit, selecting an apple instead of a sweet treat, cutting an avocado instead of using processed spreads, or incorporating papaya into your breakfast rather than seeking comfort in pills. The small choices made each day start to create something impactful: a healthier heart, a sharper mind, more stable joints, improved digestion, and most crucially, a feeling of mastery over your own health. That is a treasure worth safeguarding. We also need to understand and wisely accept that not every food remains suitable for us. Certain fruits, while natural and previously advantageous, may currently be counterproductive for our aging bodies. These include grapefruit, bananas, cherries, and dried fruits. They're not malicious, but they necessitate caution. They compel us to be vigilant about our medications, our blood sugar, our kidneys, and our specific health conditions. And being vigilant is not the same as being fearful. It's about aging gracefully. It's about honoring the body that has supported us throughout the years. Let this serve as a reminder, not of the limitations you face, but of all the possibilities that still lie ahead. Nature has provided us with a plethora of nutritious foods that can promote healing. We just need to select them deliberately. So, whether you are 60, 70, 80, or older, remember this. Your well-being isn't something left in the past. It exists in the present, in every dish you eat, in every decision you make. The fruits you incorporate into your diet can transcend mere nourishment. They can be your allies in longevity, your guardians, your daily gesture of self-care. And when you nurture your body with understanding and affection, you don't just extend your lifespan, you enrich the quality of your years. Because you are entitled to grow older with vigor, with honor, and with happiness, one conscious bite at a time. These teachings are designed to encourage you to live a life that is both full and genuine. Now, I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to think and share one insight you've gained and intend to implement in your life. Let's help one another on this path to accepting these realities. If you like this video, please leave a comment with a 1. If not, you are welcome to comment with a 0. Your input is incredibly valuable to us. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning in, and here's to embracing life on your own terms.